Prime Minister has called the meeting of National Command Authority. This is the top body responsible for Pakistan's nukes. This is the first time such a meeting is called since 2019. So what if Pakistan dares to use its nukes? Our next story explains how India is one of 4 nations in the world to have a nuclear triad.
This is the doomsday scenario. In a strategic miscalculation, Pakistan's military command issues an order that no nation should consider. Pakistan activates its nuclear weapons. Within moments, missiles are screaming across the skies. The incoming missiles face India's advanced anti-missile defense systems, a mix of both homegrown and foreign origin systems. First up, they encounter the Prithvi air defense that intercepts ballistic missiles outside the Earth's atmosphere. Next comes the indigenous missile advanced air defense that intercepts and destroys targets in the lower atmospheric layer. This is followed by the Akash missile system that hits aerial targets up to 30 kilometers. And finally, India has the Russian S-400 that can take on a wide range of aerial threats, including ballistic and cruise missiles. Years of meticulous intelligence gathering and advanced satellite surveillance have stripped Pakistan's nuclear infrastructure of any element of secrecy. India's war plans have precisely factored in each silo, mobile launcher, and weapons storage facility. Strategically positioned, Pakistan's nuclear missiles are hidden in fortified garrisons and underground facilities. Pakistan's land-based missile silos are located at the Akru garrison, the Gujranwala garrison, the Khuzdar garrison, the Pano Akil garrison, and the Sargodha garrison. Pakistan has placed its nuclear-capable bombers at the Minhas Air Base, the Shehbaz Air Base, the Rafiki Air Base, and the Masroor Air Base. India is one of only 4 nations with a fully operational nuclear triad, land, air, and sea-based nuclear delivery systems. Which means that even if Pakistan uses nuclear weapons first, India's second strike capability, especially its stealth Arihant-class submarines, will guarantee a punishing response, nullifying any nuclear blackmail.
Pakistan, we have seen over the years that if you compare the Pakistan Army and the Indian Army, and if you compare their conventional strength, you will find that the Indian Army is twice as strong as the Pakistan Army, whether in terms of air power, land power, or naval power. So the country which can't match you conventionally has to resort to this nuclear rhetoric. And that is what we are seeing from Pakistan.
History is witness to Pakistan's futile attempt to alter the status quo in 1999 during the Kargil conflict. Its covert incursions were met with a blistering Indian counteroffensive. Leveraging air power and high-altitude warfare, India's military not only recaptured lost ground, but called Pakistan's bluff of having nuclear weapons. Former Indian Defence Minister George Fernandes once put it bluntly, "There will be no Pakistan left when we have responded." He wasn't bluffing. The former Defence Minister was underscoring a truth that still holds. India's second strike capability is devastating, assured, and precise. Pakistan may speak of full-spectrum deterrence, but India's response is spectrum-shattering. The first strike is no protection for Islamabad. It will only seal its fate. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Clarifications. Namaskar. Hello and welcome to P Guru's channel. I'm your host Sri Iyer. This is a short update on what is happening in the place where one of the nuclear storage sites, Kirana Hills, whatever name you want to call it. We're going to take a little bit of deeper look into this because now more and more people are confirming that people are having sicknesses associated with radiation. A couple of other clarifications. One is we just had one conversation with Kalavai Venkat where he said that 2 of Indian planes were shot down. Well, we don't have any proof of that. His opinion, I would like to leave it at that. And India, unless India confirms it, we can't say that as gospel truth. So just assume, just keep that in mind. Also, a remark by General Ravi Shankar got taken out of context by both China and Pakistan in one of our conversations. And that resulted in a particular Chinese stock going up only when the next day or the day after that, Indian press conference, in the DGMO press conference, they showed the unexploded PL-15. And suddenly the stock has gone right down, like you can see here. The name of the stock is Zhuzhou Hongyin. This is the company that makes these PL-15 evidently, and their stock has cratered again. So some of these things are unintended consequences of things coming. While I'm happy that we are able to actually move the needle in some of these things, I needed to tell you that these are all things that are unavoidable, unfortunate, but let's move ahead. That's what happened. So again, that stock of that company stock is back down to the earth. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at in depth about Kirana Hills. Where is this thing located? How close is it to the power center in Pakistan? And what exactly really happened? All that stuff in this. Please like this video. And I had to, I was doing till the very last minute editing to make sure our facts were in line. There are lots of links we have provided in the reference section in description. Do take a look at them to get additional information. Can we have the slide deck, please? Yeah, thank you. So this precision strike on Pakistan's nuclear stockpile at Kirana Hills. Now, before we take a look at Kirana Hills, next one, please. Let's take a look at what are the different sites that Pakistan has. There are at least 255, that is 12, 13, 14, 16 places where nuclear material is being handled. Very, very carefully saying this thing. And those pictures tell you which is what. You may want to pause it at this point. You may want to go and pinch your finger to get a bigger look, or there is a link that I have provided in the reference section. This is just a general description of where all nuclear sites in Pakistan are located. Now, if you look closely, you might not even find the Kirana Hills in this. So some obfuscation there too. This is actually a United States report. So what I'm trying to say is they have things spread out. And the fact that two of these things were touched by India gives them an idea that if they can take out two, they can take out more. So essentially, that's where the dilemma of Pakistan is. Now, there is another different, unconfirmed social media statement that while they were trying to move equipment that contains indium-192 isotope, that some leak happened. Now, if you look at that statement carefully, lots of typo errors. Is it really the right thing? I mean, is it the original thing? We don't know. And why were they trying to move it? Was it because they were trying to safeguard it from getting a strike? We don't know. These are desperate measures. So I just wanted to tell you, these are all doing the rounds now. There is a hashtag radiation. If you go and look at x.com with hashtag radiation, you'll see the latest updates on this. But what we are afraid is that the population of Pakistan is beginning to now feel the effects of what happened at Kirana Hills. Next slide, please. It all started out with India launching a precision military operation targeting Kirana Hills near Mushaf Air Base, Sargodha. The objective of the operation was to degrade Pakistan's nuclear weapon storage and critical military sites. It used, first the BrahMos was used to break it, and then the spice bomb was used to go deep inside. I think the spice bomb can penetrate up to 50 meters, 50. Don't kill me with the numbers, okay? Basically, it can penetrate. So when you have bunkers with multiple layers deep, then that part gets affected using the spice bomb. Nobody has still, found an answer for that. These are very heavy bombs. They don't penetrate on. They don't explode on impact. They go in and then they explode. So it's a pretty gory description. If you go and look at what a spice bomb does, you'll understand what that is. Now, the bunker busting spice along with BrahMos were used to target multiple strategic sites. So this has been like going back and forth. In fact, the DGMO, I think, has confirmed this, that there was one missile that was headed towards Delhi, was shot down by India. And I think that probably got India's goat, or whatever you want to call it, that they said, okay, we will show them a lesson. And because after that, this bunch of airfields got taken out. I'm going to show some of the data also, and also along with it, the Kirana Island chart. Next one, please. Kirana Hills. So you can see the strike here, and you have to use your pinch your finger to get it bigger. There's a lot of description on where the crater got formed. Next one, please. It shows the two strikes. There were two strikes. Hit 1 and hit 2 in Kirana Hills. And this really penetrated deep. Next one, please. And you can see here the strike on and the smoke coming out on the right hand side. And I gave you the information about jjamwal.in. If you go to that website, here's a lot of information meticulously collected over a long period of time. You will get additional perspective on this. Next one, please. Now, Kirana Hills is recognized by the Federation of American Scientists as part of Pakistan's nuclear infrastructure. What does it house? It houses Central Ordnance Depot, Central Ammunition Depot, and nuclear arsenal storage tunnels. Kirana Hills is located approximately 50 kilometers, and I'll show you the exact Google map, from the Khushab nuclear plant and approximately 20 kilometers from Sargodha Air Base. You see how important this is, right? The nuclear plant is not more than 50 kilometers, and the air base, which is supposed to be guarding it, is not more than 20 kilometers. Next one, please. You see the difference now here. Khushab to Sargodha is only a mere 50 kilometers. Next one, please. And now if you see here, again, you have to, no, you went too far. Yeah, thank you. If you see here, what this is it shows the distance between Sargodha and Kirana Hills. By the way, Sargodha is to the south of Islamabad. So we are approaching central Punjab of Pakistan. So if the nuclear fallout is here, radiation leak is here, this is going to probably go with the wind. Whichever way the wind blows, it's probably going to spread in that direction. Some of you are writing, oh, I'm hardly 1 kilometer away, I don't see anything. So you're lucky the wind did not blow in your direction. I'm going to show you some tweets where people are praying to God. So I'll come to that in just one moment. So the key node in Pakistan's nuclear weapons command, storage and delivery infrastructure is the Kairana Hills. It is long suspected by analysts as the mothership of Pakistan's nuclear weapons stockpile. Now, I told you, right, there are multiple places that are there, but there is something in Kairana Hills that is considered as like the mother of all the other sites, the most important, the CPU, if you will, of all these programs, and that appears to have been damaged. Next one. Now, this is one tweet, and again, I have given you the link for this. This is translated into English. It's actually done in Hindi, in Urdu. Please pray for us. The authorities asked us to move to another place for a few days, and also warned that if we stay back, there are chances of diseases like cancer. Please pray. The reality here is different. We cannot afford the cancer treatment. We saved money to migrate to Dubai. Next one. The guy goes on to say, Didi, we have to evacuate for a few days. I don't know what happened. They said that some radioactive gas has leaked out. It will take a few days to fix it, but how can we leave our house? We are villagers. We cannot afford to be away from home for days. I request the government to do something. I don't know what exactly he is expecting to happen. Be that as it may, we now know this is just one set. If you go to that hashtag radiation under x.com and start looking at it, there are pages and pages and pages and pages of accounts. So this is not one isolated instance, even though even one isolated instance is really bad. Now you can say, well, what if India is creating all these fake handles and fake tags? You can say that. Just go in and dig in a little deeper. See if the particular handle has like 2 followers, 1 follower, and it is following 100 or something like that. And also look at the time it was established, the date and time when the account was established, because that cannot be rolled back in time. So then you can get a better perspective for whether it is something new or something old. You have to just do your work on that. Point is that there is suspicion that something has happened. Operational execution details. What did India do? India used BrahMos and bunker penetrating munitions, near simultaneous detonations at multiple sites, indicated by highly coordinated planning. And that gives you no time to react, because remember there's the other one called Chagahi Hills or something like that. There also 2 missiles exploded, and that is in Balochistan. Now we can see that the runway on the Sargodha airbase has been completely damaged. It has been broken up in 2 places. Although if you take a look at it now using Google, you would see that they are repairing it. Now, of course, it's just concrete, right? You can go back and pour concrete and fix it. The point here is, if we can do it once, we can do it again. Next one, please. Now, here are the runway that this is on Mushaf Air Base in Sargodha, Pakistan. So there are 2 places where you can see the big expanded version. The whole runway has been broken up. 1/3 and half is points is where it has been taken out. And in this case, it kind of tells you, if you remember watching Rajiv Narayanan, General Rajiv Narayanan's talk with me 2 days ago, it tells you that India has an error of no more than 1 meter. In other words, if the target is captured, it is going to hit within 1 meter of that target. And a runway as big as this is a big, big target. So they have worked on the precision. The precision appears to be very, very good. And what I'd like, if somebody wants to rebut this, you have to rebut it with facts. So far, the other side is just, dealing with innuendos. We are showing you the facts.